Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing today? Today I want to talk about kind of a challenging album, kind of a weird experimental album by the guy named Geoff Mullen. The name of the album is called 36 and he spells it all mastercraft up there with no vowels, right? And it's very much so an experimental CD. It was released, I think, in 2006 on Keith Fullerton Whitman's record label. And pronouncing this is going to be a challenge. First of all, the record label is named after the Austrian word for excuse or apologize. I don't know how to pronounce this. Entschuldigen. Like, if anyone's Austrian out there and gets offended, I'm sorry. I don't know how to speak Arnold Schwarzenegger's native tongue. Maybe I could email the governor of California, he'll tell me. But anyway, Geoff Mullen. This album was recorded in 2003 and 2004, and Keith Fullerton Whitman just had a knock on his door one day, and he opened it up. He said he had there with like a broom handle ready to like clock someone in the head, but he found this taped to his door in CDR demo form and just threw it on the pile because he was the owner of this record label in Boston, and he said he used to get all kinds of like bad demos from wannabe experimental artists and stuff, and he didn't listen to this for a very long time. And he finally did, and he said it sounded like nothing he's ever heard before. And Keith Fullerton Whitman, I have some of his albums, and they're all kind of like very minimal electronica, called IDM, intelligent dance music kind of stuff, very much like white noise kind of shit like that. And on 36 kind of had that same vibe, except Geoff Mullen didn't use any computers or laptop effects to make this. It was all made out of organic means, like using delay boxes and loop boxes and bias altered amplifiers, guitars, banjos, and just kind of, just natural ways of distorting and bending sound. And it's very much so an experimental CD. There's big swooshes and swaths of noise and sound and guitar feedback and reverb. Some of it sounds like Tim Hecker, and some of it sounds like this artist known as Philip Check, who uses like amplified kind of vinyl creaks and pops and crackles you get when you listen to something on vinyl. You'll hear something, popping and fuzzing, like Rice Krispies on there, and he'll treat that sound using organic means and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting stuff. Like, I'm not sure what if he's trying to express an emotion and an idea on here, but it does create a lot of new dimensions and sound and stuff, and like new noises that you'd never typically hear before. It's very much so unconventional music, very, very, very much so experimental music. It's kind of ambient, but kind of not, kind of noise, kind of not. It's not really, your typical electronica stuff either. It's just kind of stands on its own. This is Geoff Mullen's debut album too, his first, and then Keith Fullerton Whitman gave it a proper release, and it's actually limited edition. I don't know if this is actually one of the limited edition ones that actually was one out of the 1,000 of the original release, but this is all like hand pressed, like someone took their time and actually put the sticker on here, put the cover on. And it also comes with this on the inside. I think that's hand stamped right there. Comes this little cutout of just the information of the album and stuff like that. Maybe he's from Massachusetts. I don't really know. I couldn't really find where Geoff Mullen was from online. It also comes with this weird bag with an orange string, and it also has these little pictures inside. You can look at it real quick. Pictures of an amp. I'm guessing this is what he used to record it. It's kind of what looks like the record player or something he was using to make all the crackle and fuzz and feedback and stuff. And what's in this picture? I don't really know. Just kind of like a mess on the floor. Looks like some pastel paints there or something. I don't know. Then this must be the room he recorded in, some sort of hardwood floor, acoustic guitars, and a mirror. Can't really see, there's a lamp. Pretty cool though. Yeah, I just picked this up at the record store just on a whim, just because I think I saw it was a limited edition and Geoff Mullen. And I'm the kind of guy who takes his sweet ass time buying records at the record store too, and I read the little disclaimer and had mentions of like Tim Hecker and other experimental artists I heard of, like Black Forest, Black Sea, and stuff like that. All this is written by Keith Fullerton Whitman, just pretty much giving this album accolades and stuff like that. But yeah, this is where he said he hasn't really heard anything like it, and that's why he released it. But But yeah, definitely experimental. This guy definitely dabbles in like new ways to make sounds and feedback and bend noise and stuff like that too. One song will be this ominous big whooshes of sound and reverb and like drone. There's a lot of drone on here too, which I really like. And then the song will just be building and building and then suddenly stop and a new song will start and it'll just be like, you know, acoustic guitar strumming and stuff, little crackles and pops in the background. I don't know. It's not the kind of album that's instantly rewarding. I remember I bought it and my friend Chad was over, my little moron friend, and we were all excited to hear it just because it was like a random pickup. Like I didn't really research this or anything when I bought it. We were all like, what the fuck is going on here? And like, it's one of those albums that the more you listen to, the more you kind of appreciate before you just think it's some sort of like weird experimental tomfoolery, kind of like some guy just having a cockfest in his living room. I don't know. I really don't know much about Geoff Mullen, but pretty cool though. I actually kind of liked it more and more the more I'd listened to it. Very much so like an organic lo-fi, I don't know, minimal maybe, but definitely kind of organic experimental music. If you got that right kind of mind, if you like that kind of like music that sounds kind of broken, distorted, and has a lot of hiss and a lot of grit to it, I guess. But yeah, interesting stuff for sure. Debut album by Geoff Mullen, 36 Million Manifestations. Released in 2006, around there, on the unpronounceable record label. Bye.